Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here for the first time then welcome. My name's Trina-Louise and over here on my channel we do all things plus size fashion and beauty. I'm here today with another haul. Surprise, surprise. I usually try and post a clothing haul about once a week or once a fortnight. Just so you know if you're new here, and then throughout the week I post more like beauty related content. I do unboxing of subscription boxes and so on, but I have got a little surprise extra clothing haul for you this week in addition to my Saturday haul, because I've got some swimwear from Boohoo to try for you. Now Boohoo have kindly gifted this to me, which is amazing, but I've wanted to try Boohoo swimwear for a while now because I've had a couple of you comment on my previous swimwear hauls saying that they're really good and they fit really well, so I thought, yeah, let's give Boohoo swimwear a haul and see how it is and see if it works for me. Now I have trouble with swimwear because I'm quite tall. I'm 5'7", but I'm 5'9", 5'10", with a long torso, and I carry a lot of weight in my stomach, so that means if swimming costumes aren't long enough I struggle, which is what we've seen in my previous swimwear hauls. So I am gonna look to try more swimwear brands out over summer to try and find the perfect swimming costume for my kind of body, which will hopefully help you if you have a similar kind of body. But yeah, today it's Boohoo, so I'm really excited to try out their swimwear because obviously Boohoo is one of my favourite brands and they are so affordable, so I'm hoping that their swimwear works for me, because if it does then it's a great easily accessible, affordable option. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling and get on with the video. This is the first one that I picked to try, and it is this like bright white shiny swimsuit with a little like frill detail. Now this is on my body but it's just not fitting, unfortunately. I am quite tall. I don't know if I'm 5'9" or 5'10", but I'm somewhere in between, and so I need and because I carry a lot of weight in my stomach, I need a longer torso in a one piece. So it is on my body but it is really like pulling on my shoulders, so it has these like wider straps on the shoulders, which is great, because spaghetti straps can be quite cutting, but because they are stretched so much they keep like bunching up like this one here does, and so that kind of cuts in, or they just like slip off my shoulder altogether because they're being pulled quite tight. In terms of the design, like I think this is super pretty, and it's kind of that in between a swimsuit and a swim dress, so it just gives you like a little bit of coverage if you just want a little bit, but it also just looks like really pretty and girly. Now I did want to order this in black, but they didn't have it in stock in black, so I thought I'd try the white, and I like it more than I thought in terms of the colour. It has quite a deep V, but it's not too deep. Like I've seen it on swimming costumes where it comes down to like here before. I kind of really like where it comes to, but I am having some problems with the boobs, to be honest. That because it's quite tight, it kind of just pulls them down, and I can move them into place, but they just fall down anyway, and there's a lot of side boob going on, so I'm not gonna move around too much. Speaking of the side, it doesn't come to the most flattering point on me. There's a lot of my like side fat hanging out, whereas I would have preferred something to come up to here just to give me that bit more coverage. Let's have a look at the back. It is very low on the back, and I don't know if that's just because of me, but there's not like I've got a stomach on my back that's taking up more material, so maybe that's where it's meant to be, but it isn't even going flush with my skin because my back kind of comes in here a bit, so I just don't think it's the most flattering. I would have much preferred it to come up to here. That's sort of where I'm more comfortable with. It fits perfectly on the bum, and in terms of the stomach, there is a bit of stomach hanging out because the material is being pulled so much. There is a bit of stomach sort of falling out of the material. I couldn't find a better way to put that then. So whereas I think if this was designed for a bit of a taller person, I think the stomach would have fit quite well. Yeah, I think if you were a couple of inches smaller than me, this would work, but for my height and my body, oh, sorry about that. I'll put my phone on silent, sorry. Yeah, for my body, unfortunately, it's just not working. But like I said, if you were a bit shorter or carried a bit less weight here, I think it's really, really cute and I love this detail. But yeah, it's not working for me. Hi, so this is Trina from the future. I'm just editing this video at the moment, and as you can see, unfortunately the clip of me trying on this bikini has just completely failed. I don't know what happened with my camera. It's super blurry, but I thought I'd just show you the blurred image anyway and let you know what I thought of the bikini, because it wasn't the best anyway. The pants were meant to be high-waisted, but if I pulled them to what would be high waist, my stomach came out at the bottom, so they weren't high waist for me, unfortunately. And the top, it fit, but the band just wasn't thick enough for me to feel secure in there, so I was a little bit worried there could be a little incident there. So it did fit, but it just didn't fit me very well. The pants especially, they were advertised as high-waisted, and the only way they were high-waisted for me is if everything fell out. So unfortunately this one didn't work for me either, and neither did the clip. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna have to check out my camera, but yeah, sorry about the footage. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know my thoughts, so I'm gonna go back to editing now. So unfortunately, those were the only 2 of the 5 things I picked to try that I could show you. I do have 3 more things to show you, but unfortunately, I think I would get demonetized if I showed you what the other ones looked like, because they all showed a bit too much in an area that I don't want to be showing on YouTube, which is really, really sad. So I thought I'd show you them here so you can at least see what they look like. But yeah, none of them work for me, unfortunately, which is really sad and really frustrating, because like in my other swimwear hauls, I tried on swimming costumes that were a size or 2 smaller. And whilst they didn't fit perfectly, I could show you them, whereas these are actually a 28. I don't know if I said I picked everything in a size 28. I always try and leave size information for you in the title of the video, but yeah, these are all actually my size and they just didn't work. So the first one, I got a spotty bikini because, you know me, I love polka dots. Now these are meant to be high-waisted, again like the white ones, but they are not. Like, this is not enough to be high-waisted. When I pulled them up so they were high-waisted, they went like up my downstairs area and across my stomach like that, so there was like that much of my stomach hanging out, and like some of my downstairs area was hanging out too. So yeah, these did not work for me at all. If you have a large apron like I do, these I keep dropping them, these are not going to work for you, unfortunately. They look more like, so they do high waist and high hip ones, the ones that are meant to go like these do, and these feel more like what those kind of pants do. They didn't feel high waist for me at all, so that's a shame. And then there's the top, which again kind of went on, but only just. It was another one of these band tops, and it's got like little tie straps, which are you tie them yourself, so they're adjustable, which is always quite difficult to try and tie them, but I managed to make it work. But again, the band was just too thin. I've got not the biggest boobs, but I've got some reasonable boobs, so I personally needed some more material. So I think the top would suit someone with a smaller chest than I have, because yeah, this didn't work on me, unfortunately. And then I had 2 swimming costumes to try, which are actually kind of similar in theme. They're both these kind of like tropical green leaves. So the first one was just a simple swimming costume, like nothing too special about it. It's just your standard swimming costume. I nearly split myself in half trying to put this on. Like, I managed to get it on my arms, but it was literally like cutting into me so much, it was hurting. Because this is just not designed for my height, length of torso and the amount of weight I carry. And again, I couldn't show you this because things were falling out everywhere. So whilst this is pretty, and I like that the straps have got like they're quite wide, so it's not gonna like dig it, well, it shouldn't dig into your shoulders. But yeah, it's really nice. But again, my stomach was hanging out, everything was hanging out, so that didn't work. And then it's a similar story with this one. So this one's a bit more fun. It does have a tie around the waist. It is sewn in at the back and detached at the front, so you just have to tie it. I struggled to tie it. I tied it, but it wasn't gonna stay tied. I think I was like tying right at the ends, and I was like, oh well, that's not gonna look pretty. But the same problem, it was cutting into my shoulders, it wasn't covering anything downstairs. So yeah, again, like, this is, yeah, I'm really disappointed. It's such a shame because like, you know I love Boohoo because I do Boohoo videos all the time. Some of my favourite clothes are from Boohoo, but they've just got it so wrong with the swimming costumes, and I don't understand. If anyone else has tried their swimwear, can you let me know what your experience was? Have I just been really unlucky? Like, they have a lot more to pick from like a size 24 and below. They always have less in a 26 and a 28 than they have 24 and below. So is it just that they don't have the right things in my size? I don't know, like, I don't think so. But yeah, if you could let me know what your experience was like, I would really love to hear, because this is my first time trying it. And I was hoping for so much more. So yeah, a bit of a fail, unfortunately, which is a huge shame. So yeah, if you could let me know your favourite places to wear and buy swimwear. I know a couple of people have told me some that I'm going to check out. But if you have any suggestions that are based in the UK, that'd be great, because I've also had a couple of suggestions from American brands, but at the moment shipping's just really difficult with everything that's going on in the world, so I'm trying not to get things shipped in from abroad if possible. So any suggestions, please let me know, because there has got to be better out there for me. So that's everything for today's video. Just to let you know, anything that gets given to me that doesn't fit me or isn't quite right, I do put pretty much all of it onto my Depop at a reduced price, obviously, and then anything that I bring in from my Depop just helps me to continue running this channel and creating more content for you. So if you're interested in anything you've seen and think it will fit you better than it fit me, it will all be up on my Depop over the next couple of days, so I'll put it here and I'll link it down below, so do feel free to check that out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, day, whatever time it is that you are watching this, and I will see you next time. Oh, and if you haven't already, if you want to subscribe, I promise my hauls are usually a bit more successful than this, so I'd love it if you joined us, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.